Interesting one here, guys. California are challenging the assessment and the promotion of Tesla's Autopilot system, now known, of course, as FSD, full self-drive mode. A lot of people are saying that yes, it is unfortunate that people are being involved in accidents with this, but people are very much overestimating the capabilities of this system. However, some people argue, and in this case it looks like California are arguing, that in fact the reason why people overestimate its abilities is because of fraudulent advertising and marketing. Let's try and get to the truth for this, guys. Let's have a look what California is doing against Tesla and whether they are going to win this case. So Tesla is set to face off with the California Department of Motor Vehicles over the claims that the company has exaggerated the capabilities of its autopilot and full self-driving technology and misled consumers as a result. The stakes are very high at this 5-day hearing, which is going to take place in Oakland, California, and start on Monday, because the regulator is seeking to suspend or revoke Tesla's dealer license, which permits it to sell vehicles in the most populous state in the US. Especially when it comes to electric vehicles, California is the biggest car market in the US. So this would be a really big blow to Tesla if their license is suspended. The hearing before an administrative agency judge comes as Elon Musk's electric vehicle maker is in the middle of a jury trial in Miami, Florida, over whether Autopilot is partly to blame for a 2019 collision involving a distracted Tesla Model S driver that killed a pedestrian. We already brought you that story, really tragic story. Any kind of update from that, we will bring it you as always, guys. Unsurprisingly, Tesla has denied any wrongdoing in that case, and like I said, it's currently in court at the moment. Any updates, we'll bring it you. The East Coast, West Coast scrutiny, as it were, of how Tesla markets its self-driving systems both before and after it was renamed to FSD. It was, of course, known as Autopilot back in the day. It's known as FSD today. All of this poses a significant risk to Elon Musk, the owner and president of Tesla, who is really banking on FSD technology. Look at what they're doing right now when it comes to the robo-taxis. That is FSD, being fully autonomous, as it were. And unsurprisingly, he has gone on record as saying that Teslas are the safest cars ever made. I'll let you debate that one in the comments. Now, this is far from the first time that this FSD mode or autopilot has been investigated by authorities in the United States. In 2023, there was a huge recall of Tesla vehicles, 2 million in fact of these, after finding that the driver assistance program failed to ensure that drivers stay attentive. Basically, people were switching them on and there was no kind of warning about, hey, you should probably just stay awake and stay aware. People presumably assuming that this was a full self-driving mode. I mean, it kind of is what it says on the tin, but it's not. It really isn't. Several lawsuits over fatal accidents have also been scheduled for trials in the coming year as well, so this is far from the end of it between these two. The California regulator says that Tesla violated state law by making untrue or misleading statements in 2021 and the following year in 2022, while advertising its vehicles with advanced driver assistance systems, including describing the features as being able to conduct short and long distance trips with no action required in the driver's seat. An amended complaint by the DMV filed in November 23 said that Tesla vehicles equipped with driver assist technology, quote, could not at the time of those advertisements and cannot now operate as a fully autonomous vehicle, end quote. Tesla has argued in filings that the company's remarks in dispute are protected by free speech under the First Amendment. Yes, we are playing the freedom of speech card here. Lawyers for the company also say the marketing statement cited that by the DMV have been taken out of context and that the regulator is failing to consider Tesla's warnings and disclosures about the systems. How were those warnings actually communicated though? Was it in the very small fine print at the bottom of the advertisement? Is that legal in the US? I'm not a US lawyer. I'm not a lawyer in general. So again, if people know, let me know. Although I think in the UK, for example, you might be in trouble for that potentially, but the laws in the US are very different. Freedom of speech is a very big one on that as well, so we'll see what happens there. Now, when it comes to the automotive industry itself, there are several categories when it comes to full self-driving mode. These are ranked all the way from level 0 up to level 5. Tesla's Autopilot system, their former system, was a level 2 because it required constant driver input and supervision to be able to work safely. So it's not on the level of a 5, for example, which would presumably be fully autonomous, which is presumably as well what, of course, Tesla are working on when it comes to the robo-taxis. So yeah, interesting one, guys. Interesting viewpoints being put across by both the state of California and also Tesla themselves. Where is this going to go? I mean, again, I'm not an expert, but for my money, it's probably going to be some kind of out-of-court settlement, potentially. I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys, with this one. But yeah, your thoughts in the comments below. I'll bring you any updates as it comes, just like with the Miami case as well. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. Have a fantastic day here in the world today, guys, and we'll see you very soon.